All right, remember, we're still looking for that main idea, words you see most often, and we're going to look at the author's point. So let's go ahead and finish this up. So starting here, this is the last thing we read. So I became a soldier. On occasion, a boy would enter with the blessings of one or both parents. Ned Hunter went to join the Confederate Army near his hometown in Mississippi. When the recruitment officer asked his age, Ned told him the truth. I'm 16 next June, I said. The officer ordered me out of line, and my father, who was behind me, stepped to the table. He can work as steady as any man, my father explained, and he can shoot as straight as any who have been signed today. I am the boy's father. It must have been the way he said the words, because the officer handed me the pen and ordered, sign here. So there's a primary source right there talking about a kid trying to sign up. Such support was rare, however, and most boys had to get in by less honest means. A 15-year-old Wisconsin boy, Elisha Stockwell Jr., was one of them. We heard there was going to be a war meeting at our little log schoolhouse, Stockwell recalled. I went to the meeting, and when they called for volunteers, Harrison Maxon, 21, Edward Huington, 16, and myself put our names down. My father was there, and he objected to my going, so they scratched my name out, which humiliated me somewhat. My sister gave me a severe calling down, which meant she called him out, for exposing my ignorance before the public and calling me a little snotty boy, which raised my anger. I told her, never mind. I'll go and show you that I am not the little boy you think I am. And we'll go back and look at those pictures here in a second. Elisha's hurt and anger calmed after his sister and mother apologized for what had been said. He even promised not to enlist again if he could attend school that winter. They agreed, and Elisha put aside his zeal to fight to the Confederacy. Unfortunately, Elisha's father had other plans for Elisha's winter. He'd signed up himself and his son to burn charcoal, a tedious, dirty, and backbreaking job. When Elisha learned this, he devised a new plan to enlist. First, he told his parents he was going to a dance in town. Then he persuaded a friend's father, a captain in the Union Army, to accompany him to a nearby recruitment center. The captain got me in by my lying a little, as I told the recruiting officer I didn't know just how old I was, but I thought I was 18. He didn't measure my height, but called me 5 feet 5 inches high. I wasn't that tall 2 years later when I re-enlisted, but they let it go. So the records show that was my height. Records show that as my height. Elisha went home to gather up some clothes and found his sister in the kitchen preparing dinner. He did not mention anything about fighting for the Union. And after a brief conversation, I told her I had to go downtown. She said, hurry back for dinner. We'll be soon and ready. Hurry back for dinner. We'll be soon. Hurry back for dinner. We'll be soon. Be ready. But I didn't get back home for 2 years. All right, so there's a huge primary source right here is Elisha's experience with enlisting as a young boy. Let's look at this picture really quick. 16-year-old Edwin Francis Jennison was a private in a Georgia infantry regiment. He would be killed at Malvern Hill, Virginia in July 1862. So he's only 16. Here's the other picture that we didn't get to. A Union drummer boy in full uniform. Look how young he looks. You could see his picture probably in one of our yearbooks, huh? Okay, so now I'm going to stop and give you some time to, in your Google Doc, tell me what you think the main idea of the pages that we just read is, using either the words enlist or recruit. Look on your document for more specific instructions that I have on there. Once you're done doing that, click the last video and we'll talk about how author's point is very similar to main idea and what I want you to do for the last thing on this assignment.